Wait until you learn more about today's killer, who only needed one day to take the lives of 35 people and destroy the lives of countless others. Welcome back to Twisted Minds. My name is James, and today we're going to be unraveling the explosive story behind Martin Bryant, the most notorious mass murderer in Australia's history, and a man responsible for one of the worst single-person mass shootings the world has ever seen, the Port Arthur Massacre. It's been 25 years since this tragic event, which has since resulted in the Australian state placing extensive restrictions on gun laws. And a buyback scheme was initiated in which over 643,000 firearms were handed back, which cost the government around $350 million. The country no longer allows adults to purchase any type of firearm without a license. Martin Bryant was born on the 7th of May, 1967 at the Queen Alexandra Hospital in Hobart, Tasmania. The first child of Maurice and Carleen Bryant, the couple couldn't possibly know the horrors that were to happen because of their son. A violent and disruptive child, Martin was severely bullied at school. This led Martin to becoming the bully to children younger than him and weaker than him. This behavior led to some quick punishment, with Martin being suspended from Newtown Primary School in 1977 at just the age of 10 years old. He would soon undergo the first of many psychological assessments. Here it was discovered that Martin liked to kill and torture animals, and that he had an IQ of only 66, making him legally mentally disabled. The following year, in 1978, Martin returned to school with greatly improved behavior. But it wasn't to last. After failing to befriend any of his classmates, he returned to bullying the younger children. When he was just 14 years old, Martin got his first firearm. It was an air rifle that his father had bought for him as a present. The young boy would carelessly fire the weapon from a distance at drivers passing by and shoot down birds. This cruel habit of killing innocent animals earned the boy the nickname Silly Martin, with children saying that he had no sense and no feeling for other living creatures. High school wasn't much better for Martin, as he was transferred to a special education unit at Newtown High School in 1980 to help with his learning disabilities. In 1983, after he left school, the boy was assessed for a disability pension. In his assessment, the psychologist wrote that the young man could not read nor write, although he was able to garden. His parents' efforts prevented further deterioration, and due to the possibility that their son could be schizophrenic, they faced a bleak future with him. Through this assessment, Martin was awarded the disability pension, although he also worked as a handyman and a gardener. His mental disabilities are possibly one of the main reasons he had such a difficult time connecting with others, and what ultimately led to one of the most horrific mass shootings in the world. For the next 5 years, Martin remained at home with his parents, doing odd handyman jobs locally. In early 1987, when he was 19 years old, Martin finally made his first real connection with another person, a 54-year-old woman called Helene Mary Elizabeth Harvey. She was an heiress to a share in the Tattersall's lottery fortune. Martin came across Miss Harvey whilst looking for new customers for his lawn mowing service. Miss Harvey, who lived with her mother Hilza, ended up befriending the unusual man, which led to him becoming a regular visitor to the woman's neglected mansion. Whenever he visited, Martin would help the older woman with chores, such as mowing the lawn and helping to feed her 14 dogs and 40 cats. With this newfound friendship, it seemed like things might be looking up for the eccentric man. With the amount of animals in the house and the fact that the two elderly women couldn't clean up after them properly, it was no surprise when a neighbor reported Miss Harvey to the health authorities for the mess that was her home. Upon inspection, medics found that both Miss Harvey and her mother were in need of urgent hospital treatment due to the unsanitary conditions that they had been living in. Unfortunately though, it was too late for Hilza Harvey, and she died at the age of 79. With her mother gone, Miss Harvey decided to invite Martin to live with her in the mansion. to which he happily accepted. Though it was never proven, some people believe that the couple's relationship went beyond that of just two friends. The two started spending large amounts of Miss Harvey's money, including buying more than 30 new cars in less than 3 years. They also went shopping daily and ate out at restaurants. With all of that money, his first real friend, and a chance to be normal, you might think that Martin would finally start to be better. But you'd be wrong. At around the same time that the future killer moved in with the lottery heiress, he was reassessed for his pension disability, and the outcome was even worse than before. The psychiatrist attached a note to his assessment, which read, "Father protects him from any occasion which might upset him as he continually threatens violence. Martin tells me he would like to go around shooting people. It would be unsafe to allow Martin out of his parents' control." You would think that with such a shocking and disturbing evaluation, that Martin would be taken to a mental health facility to be monitored. Unfortunately, this wasn't the case, and so, although he didn't live with his parents anymore, they were always close by to keep an eye on him. In 1991, Miss Harvey decided to buy a 29-hectare farm called Torresville in the small township of Copping. Both she and Martin moved into the new house together, to the displeasure of their neighbors, who disapproved of their relationship. Not only did they not like the relationship, but all of the locals were very wary of this new and unusual man. Late at night, he would roam around the neighborhood, firing his air rifle at dogs when they barked at him. He would also fire it at tourists as they stopped to buy apples at a stall on the highway. Not signs of a mentally stable man. It was no wonder why people tried to avoid him at all costs, despite his efforts at befriending them. On the 20th of October, 1992, Miss Harvey had passed away. Although the case is still a bit dubious as to how her death actually occurred, the story goes that she and Martin were traveling in the car together with Miss Harvey's two dogs when it suddenly veered onto the wrong side of the road and hit an oncoming car head-on. Miss Harvey and her two dogs were instantly killed, and Martin suffered severe neck and back injuries. Police investigated his potential role in the incident, as he had been known to lunge for the steering wheel whilst the car was moving. He had caused Miss Harvey to crash 3 times already by doing this. Miss Harvey had been so fearful of Martin that she had even confided in her neighbors that he was the reason why she couldn't drive faster than 37 miles per hour. Although police did investigate him, Martin told them it was the dogs roaming around freely which caused the crash, and he was subsequently no longer seen as a suspect. After her death, Martin was named the sole beneficiary of Miss Harvey's will and came into possession of assets totaling more than $550,000. However, because of Martin's low IQ, he wasn't able to look after his own finances, and so his mother applied for and was granted a guardianship order to place Martin's assets under the management of public trustees, which ended up being his father.